What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back here with another NBA 2K16 Portland Trail Blazers MyLeague. And today we begin the regular season of season number 2, taking on the Detroit Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. If you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you guys drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more NBA 2K16 content. As you may have seen from the off-season stream, our lineup, this whole team, just pretty much got a facelift. We have a lot of new players that I feel like can contribute to this team. Players like Terrence Ross, Taj Gibson. We got a few players returning back, like, of course, Lillard and Plumlee. McCollum's coming back. We do have Chris Kaman back as well. We drafted a few players. We have Robert Covington, David Lee, that are going to be big contributors to the team. We drafted Jenkins, and we signed Mason's brother Miles as in for, you know, like a backup to the backup center in case, you know, one of them gets hurt, because injuries do happen. But we're looking really good to start off the season. I feel like we can actually contend, even though our team isn't really, I mean, looking at the power rankings, we're number 11. But we're looking to be one of the best teams in the West. I wouldn't say we're going to be the best, but we certainly look like a great team that's actually going to be considered to be, you know, an actual threat to the Western Conference this year. I hope to win about 50 games. This team did improve, so we have a lot of players that can not only just score, but they can defend as well. We have a lot of good options outside of Lillard this year. McCollum's coming into his own. We have Terrence Ross, who can be very good. We have Robert Covington, who can also be good. Taj Gibson, you know, all these good players. We have a lot of good players that come around and, you know, score for us. But anyway, we're gonna get into this game here against the Detroit Pistons. It's gonna be a good one today at the Palace of Auburn Hills, and I will see you in the game.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Well, Damien Lillard will be on display tonight, and he's one of the most fearless scorers in the entire league. Kenny, what area do you see for Lillard to grow, take his team to the next level?
Well, I think he's such a great scorer that can't just be the only emphasis. I think when he is able to distribute as well as he's able to score, that takes a lot of focus in a lot of different directions.
You know, in order for him to be the player that everyone wants him to be, he needs to work on his defense. He still has a lot of work in that area. But he can be a streaky shooter at times. But when it's clutch time, you get him the ball, he will make the shot.
That'll do it for us right now. Kevin Harlan standing by with the call, and we will see you later.
And here is your starting five for the Blazers, as we have Lillard, McCollum, Terrence Ross, Taj Gibson, and Mason Plumlee. And the Pistons have Jennings, also Andre Drummond, Luol Deng, and Amir Johnson, and I think I don't know if they have Tobias Harris or not, but I'm pretty sure they don't. But they have Jody Meeks in there actually as well. So we're gonna have our hands full today, because Drummond is a pretty dang good big man in the league. So you see right here we have CJ McCollum trying to take it inside on the fast break, gives it off to Lillard from Plumlee, and Lillard starts off the season with a three-pointer, making it nice and early 3-0 lead for the Blazers. If we could get this kind of game going where anybody can touch the ball, anybody can pretty much score, you know, that's the kind of team I want. I want to have the ability where we can have players, not only that one primary scorer, but we can have players that can come off the bench and nail a couple of shots, whether it's inside or out. And we have a few good players that can play some defense as well. You see on the fast break, Taj Gibson throwing it down on the fast break with one hand. Look at this one again as he goes up and rises up and throws it down, hangs on the rim a little bit too. And this is the kind of start that I dream of when playing NBA 2K. So you see Terrence Ross throwing it down on the fast break with the windmill. Look at this one again, guys. Woo! Wasn't he in a slam dunk contest before? I do believe he was. So, anyway, back about this team breakdown for a minute here. This is the kind of team that I wouldn't say is a coach's dream, but it's certainly, you know, a very good team, considering that, you know, we have a lot of players that can, you know, touch the ball and score. Look at CJ McCollum pull up for three. Gets that one to go. We all know he can shoot the ball, though. But we have players like Terrence Ross. We have players like Taj Gibson, maybe not necessarily an outside shooter, but he is certainly a force down in the paint. And we also have players like Jeremy Lamb now who can shoot threes. We also have, a lot of Patrick Patterson. He can go outside of the perimeter and shoot threes. We have a lot of players that can shoot the ball. And that's a scary thought, especially, for a whole 82 games. I mean, we could be a very good team this year. Let me know what you guys think. How many games can we win this year? Put that down in the comment section below. I think we could win about 50 to 55 games this year. It would be pretty nice to see. But you see right there, we're establishing our dominance inside. Taj Gibson being one of the main factors in our offense so far in this game against the Pistons, as he has been doing a lot of work. You see C.J. McCollum throwing it down on the break. And, man, this is a coach's dream right now. I mean, then again, this is the Pistons, and actually they aren't really much of us. They aren't scrubs by any means, but I mean, they did make the playoffs last year in the series. They made the playoffs, and they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I don't know, man. That's how I feel. I don't know about this team. They aren't looking like the Eastern Conference team that Eastern Conference Finals team that we saw in the playoffs last year. Well, we didn't face it, but they did make the Eastern Conference Finals. But anyway, we're nearing the start of the third quarter here. It's 57-45, and now down to a 10-point game. As you see, the Pistons are still keeping it close because Andre Drummond is just that much of a force in the paint. You see Terrence Ross putting up a three, and man, he can score. I'll tell you what, if we could get this kind of offense going, every game. I don't want to say we're not scoring lights out or anything. We're not going to put up like 120 points, but we're playing some pretty good defense on top of it as well. I mean, we're making shots, taking our time on offense. This is the kind of game that is just amazing to play. You don't see me like doing anything like out of control. You see, we have Jordan Clarkson in the game. I actually kind of, like Jordan Clarkson as far as he may not be the top scorer on the floor at any point in the game, but I mean, he could do things that can help him put points on the board. Like, he's a great passer. But anyway, we do end up winning this game. Final score 97-87. Great game by the Blazers today. We win our first game of the season in pretty dominating fashion. I like what I saw. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this new team and how far we can go. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to it. And if you like the video, make sure you guys drop a like. Until then, my name is Sim with Vengeance. I'm out. Peace.